Hey guys, Dev Channel here. First of all, thank you very much for your massive support in the last two videos where I discovered VS Code on the new MacBook Pro with the M1 chipset. So today I wanna make a follow-up video to the most asked questions about the latest video. And the first one I will cover is the question if .NET Core is working on these machines. And I can happily report that it is. So let's open up again the terminal. Switch to our development folder. I already created a .NET subfolder. So just make a new test folder. Let's call it web app. So let's switch into web app and now .NET new web app. So what this command line interface does is it creates a new web app. This project is based on .NET Core version 5. So just keep that in mind. Alright, everything is created. And now if I run the application, it should build it and then start the development server. Alright, the build is finished, so now just copy the URL, head over to Safari, and you see everything is running. So that is .NET Core version 5 running on the new M1 chips on the new Apple MacBooks, and even on the Mac Mini, I suggest, because those are the same from the architecture. Alright, so that was the first question. The second question I want to answer is if it's possible to install and use Homebrew. So let's go on Safari, search for Homebrew. That's the installation. I just copied it, head up to terminal, type in my password, and what you get is an interesting note. Homebrew is not yet supported. It says that you can install it under Rosetta 2, but I would not suggest it, because you're going to install it, it instantly comes up a message, it's not supported, so I guess we have to wait here to see a supported version from Homebrew itself. Alright, next question, pretty often asked, is about Android Studio. So just let us download the Android Studio and see how's it going. Alright, so see you when the download is finished. Alright, download is finished, so let's open up the DMG and install Android Studio and see how's it going. Alright, just move it into the applications folder and open up Android Studio. So we can, yes, I want to open it. I guess Rosetta 2 is doing its things. I don't want to import anything, I just want to open it. Powered by IntelliJ platform. So I highly suggest that IntelliJ itself is also running. Finding some components, sure, I don't want to send it right now. Welcome, yeah, next, why not? Standard is fine for me. Come on, go with the dark side. Current settings, whatever that is. Never used Android Studio before, to be honest. I remember back in the days when Android development was in, how's it called? Eclipse, I guess. Yeah, it was not my cup of tea, to say the least. But you guys asked for it, so I will give it to you. Alright, so now it's downloading components, and I'll see you when the download is finished. Alright, so now in the downloading components wizard, we got an error, and it says unable to install Intel HAXM. Your CPU doesn't support. I think that's some kind of virtualization. Yeah. Your computer doesn't support hardware accelerated virtualization. I think that's not an issue to start. I think, yeah. It's slower. Okay, so there will be an update, I guess. Okay, just make, what should we do? Absolutely no idea, or navigation draw activity, why not? And see what's going on. So that's looking like some kind of JetBrains IDE. All right. Yeah, it's working. So there's the spinning ball. I mean, at this point, I would not suggest, if you rely on Android Studio, to get one of these chips. It's fairly slow, to be honest, compared to, yeah, okay, VS Code starting time was also quite slow. All right, so it's still loading there. Yeah, what's new? I don't care what's new. Just go away. Plugins, updates available, sure, loading, indexing. Oh boy, that thing is not fast. Downloading Gradle, sure. Still loading. So Gradle download should be finished now. Project is still loading. So I don't speed this process up, neither I slowing it down. That's actual real time. I mean, I have no ideas how the performance of Android Studio is on other Macs, because simply I don't tested it. But that seems pretty slow. I mean, okay, it's the first startup. I guess many packages are downloaded as well right now, but that's not quick. Oh boy, that is not quick. Still configuring projects. What are you doing? I mean, it could depend on the project template I have chosen to start with. Well, I'm not sure. I mean, that's horrific. Okay, we see here our main activity. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So source code is there, sure. Navigation XML files are loading. I don't know why it takes so long, but that's quite astonishing. I guess that's Kotlin source code. What is he doing? Make more run generate. Studio performance could be improved. Yeah, I'm sure it could. Okay, now the application is there, and now we start the application. So I'm pretty interested in what will happen next. So I clicked start. I suggest somehow an emulator or a simulator will pop up with the actual interface. But still, we're waiting. 2 processes are running, as you can see. Okay, indexing. I have to say I'm not a big fan of JetBrains, but that's mainly because of the plugin for Visual Studio, which is ReSharper. Our thing is terribly slow. It is so slow. It's unbelievably slow. But that's another thing. Nothing to do with this. So indexing should be finished now. Still waiting for the build to succeed. The maximum heap size. So, use recommended restarter. I don't want to restart right now. Just a plain installation, new project from a template and running build. Oh, that thing is slow. At least it is working. So something happened. I guess the generated folder was created. But still building. So if you want to watch some of the other topics, Docker would be the next. Would be just skip this. Okay, Gradle build finished in 2 minutes 7 seconds. So that was not that fast, but okay. I'm not sure if it's not working. No running emulator. Launch the tool window. I don't know. Just give it one more try. ESD manager, virtual device. Yeah. Dude, just okay. Yeah. That's the main thing. That's what's in the component installation window. The virtualization is not supported, therefore no emulators can be run. So that's the confirmation. If you're planning on using the M1 MacBook Pro with Android Studio, you can code, but you cannot run it on any emulated device. So that's a deal breaker. All right, the next part or the next check would be Docker for macOS. Just to confirm. Get started. Just download Docker Desktop for Mac, and I'll see you when the download is finished. Alright, let's start up Docker, or at least let's unpack it and then install it and see what's happening, or what will happen actually. Just in case you missed yesterday's video where I tested VS Code, there I mentioned that npm react git is working fine on these machines. So if you're looking for those tests, watch the video from yesterday. Alright, we just move it into the applications folder and wait a bit till it's finished. So just to show you guys what will happen when you start anything which is not yet updated for M1 chip. I know this message is in German right now, but it basically says for the installation of 1Password 7 you have to install Rosetta. Do you want to continue? This only appears on the first time you encounter a program which is not yet updated. Then Rosetta is installed and will fire up and you don't notice it. Alright, Docker is finished installing, and now let's start and see what is happening. So I enter my password and we do get a fatal error, so I can report now and confirm Docker right now is not working on M1 chips. So if you relying on those parts, and I guess many of you do, wait until there is an appropriate update available. Right now Docker is not supported on these machines. Okay, and one final test for those guys who are working with Adobe Creative Cloud. I do have installed Lightroom Classic, which is not yet updated, but as you see, it's starting up pretty quick, I would say, and it is working pretty fine, so no worries here. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope I have answered some of your questions. If you do have any more questions, please just ask them below and I will try to keep up with you. Thank you guys and see you in the next one. Bye.